What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, it's been about a year since we checked in on Cepheus Protocol. Cepheus Protocol is actually kind of a really unique, cool game. It aims for the moon, and if they manage to hit it, I think they're going to have like a really popular game on their hands. Already, like, word of mouth is kind of spread about this one, and honestly, I was really on the fence about it when I first played it. I was like, you know, the assets aren't super high fidelity or anything else like that. Like, the game's not much of a looker, but at the same time, what the game is going for is pretty rad if you really parcel it out. So if you don't know what Cepheus Protocol is, it's an open-world sandbox base-building RTS tactical RPG. Like, it's got a little bit of everything in there, in all honesty. And there tends to be this case where games that have a little bit of everything, they tend to turn out to be sort of these unholy camels that don't really work well at any of it. Cepheus Protocol has kind of bucked that, and in the last year they've made a lot of progress with the game, and so really, if you wanted to boil it down or distill it to its bare components, the point of the game is to build a base, produce soldiers, and then take over an entire map. But the AI is directed by kind of an undead overlord that's trying to overrun the whole thing with kind of like 28 Days Later style zombies. And so you've got to make sort of tactical decisions. You've got to decide where you want to reinforce. You've got to decide where you want to hold. You've got to decide what places are worth taking, what places you are sacrificing to the undead, and what places are just flat out not worth the effort. So anyways, we're going to dive on into pandemic mode here today and give that a look. We're going to start out on an empty slot. We're going to play the default Treasure Island scenario just because I know that that one's stable, whereas like some of the other stuff, it's still being actively worked on. But I think you guys are really going to like this game. We don't need a tutorial. I think we'll be all right.
Captain Winter, the Cepheus Protocol has been enacted in San Francisco. Whatever is happening there is happening fast. I need you and your squad on the ground ASAP. Your priority is to establish a base of operations. You'll have several facilities at your disposal. Each structure will be airlifted to your location and placed where you desire. Each structure has a different function, such as calling reinforcements and research. Make sure to diversify your squad as you need to combat the outbreak and study the virus. Each unit is unique and has different roles and abilities you want to utilize. For example, use scientists to collect samples, machine gunners to lock down an area, or your advanced cloaking field with given you, Captain, to escape if needed. It is vital to take the fight to the infected, but it's equally important to defend your base by constructing walls, turrets, and other defenses. You must explore the island and destroy pods. We know the infected are coming from these things which are cropping up all over the place. We've experienced that infected in the surrounding area will defend these pods aggressively, so make sure to use thermal imaging to both find the pods and determine the whereabouts of the infected. At your call is air support such as ammunition, which can be dropped on your location in the field, or carpet bombing if you're being overwhelmed. It should be noted we've identified several new and more powerful types of infected. We theorize the virus is somehow mutating groups of infected into something new and more powerful, so be cautious when engaging them. When possible, recapture control points across the island which have already been overrun. This will make resupplying while in the field quicker. Make sure you ready yourself for any possibility. Protect your base from attack, as the infected have actively been seeking out fortified positions before your arrival. We believe there is a central host that is transmitting the virus. This Patient Zero, as we have identified her, appears to be moving from block to block, attacking and infecting anyone she comes into contact with. Earlier attempts to capture her for study have failed, as the virus has infected her in ways we couldn't have thought possible. So your protocol is to find a way to destroy her before she's infected the entire island, and the virus spreads beyond containment. The crisis on the ground is changing by the minute. I know I can count on you to bring the situation under control. General Spears, out.
Yes, sir, General Spears. We gonna get down there on the ground. We gonna shoot them with the bullets, fill them on up with the death right here for America. All right, so anyways, here we are. We've started out on this helipad. I don't really need the tutorial. Like, there's some, like, tiny things that I don't remember, but I'm sure I'll figure them out along the way. This game actually made an impression on me. So these little circles right here, like, what is the point of the game? The point of the game is that we've got this huge open world, and we've got to get through it, and we've got to kill Patient Zero. That's the ultimate goal. This is going to be an actively changing, dynamic battlefield. And so, like, when we push one direction, chances are the zombies are going to push back in another direction. So really locking down things like these chokes and these bridges are going to be super pivotal in order for us to hold down like the entire map. And as we go along, we will be building more units. They've added a bunch of stuff to the game. I mean, the last time that I played the game, it was purely infantry soldier combat. Now they've got like dune buggies with machine guns on them. They've got helicopters. They've got all kinds of stuff at this point. Here's our tactical squad. Right now it's comprised of Winter, which is our commander. If at any point during this Winter dies, we lose the game. Period. She's got 2 assault troopers with her. Assault troopers are capable of throwing grenades, and then they're also able to construct defensive stuff. And then we've also got a heavy over here, don't we? Don't we have a heavy? I don't know. This game uses kind of an EVE Online type system where like everything is modifiable and you can kind of like change up the UI as you see and as you need it. So let's go ahead and capture this point. That's going to start giving us some income. This is also going to be the first point from which I would recommend to maybe we build some walls and start defending ourselves. So we'll get that done real fast. Okay. So as you can see, we are now getting $50 per X amount of time. In addition, we're paid a bounty for every undead that we kill. This building right here is a command center or like a comm center. It lets us get a medical truck that can follow us around. We can get ammo trucks right here, which will refill people's ammo. Not really what I'm looking for right now. Instead, what we want to do is we want to look at our engineer and we want to get this thing going. We need to build a circ. The circ is going to be the first thing that we kind of want to mash out. So we'll put a circ right there. That looks good to me. He's going to run off and he's going to do that. And then on top of that, we've got other buildings that we can build. I'm going to suggest that we put a Jenny right there, kind of in the middle. You'll see that they airdrop the building off right there. I'm going to put a Jenny right there. Jenny's good to go. We need a comms trailer, and we also need a barracks so that we can recruit more units. So I definitely recommend we do that. I'm going to put you right there. So there's our barracks. And then I'm also going to put in our comms center over here. And we'll just slap down a comm center like right there. And we've got the bare basics at the moment. This is looking pretty good. I don't know what that flash was. It might have just been lightning. So we can safely maybe ignore it. I don't know. We may need to set up power over here. I don't really know. What's the radius on this thing? I love this airdrop right there, except that one just flew through that one. They should actively try to avoid each other with the animation. Otherwise, they they run into each other and they crash and explode. That's not a good business. Let's take a look at our power grid real fast. Where's my NG at? NG's right here. We need a pylon. And we're going to need that pylon to be sort of like right there so it kisses every single building. So there's our power pylon. He's going to get that done. We should be able to actively start producing some soldiers and some extra squads in order. Believe me, don't underdo it in this game. You want to have as many squads as possible. Otherwise, you're not going to make it. Horde activity has been detected. That means they're going to actively attack a location. There's a chance it'll be right here, but I don't think so. We need to run some wiring. Let's go ahead, and I'd like to wire this up to the pylon. Let me zoom in real fast to make sure I've got it connected. Pylon, you go to that. And then we'll go from pylon, we'll go from like... Do these things need to be hooked into power? Or are these just like functional all by their lonesome? Okay, those are functional. That thing is scanning and giving us bounties. I don't see the bounty signal on the map, but when there are bounties around, there'll be like a little eyeball on the map, and that's like a special infected that if you kill it, you get a big cash payout. So there it is right there. Yeah, and so there's our target is right over in that area right there. I tend to leave this on slow motion when I'm not actively doing stuff. The other thing that I would recommend doing is that we need to get a barracks up and running. I'm going to suggest that we get at least a couple more assault troopers and at least 1 or 2 scientists because they can pick up samples. If we're still good on money, I'd probably be okay with making like a smaller defensive squad over here just to keep an eye on the place and make sure it doesn't get bulldozed. As you can see, these little guys are popping out the back over here. We can click on that to get everybody into formation, so there we go. These two over here, I would recommend they kind of just like hang out and pay attention. Looks like we are at pop cap right now, so unfortunately we can't really grab many more guys. Hopefully these two right here are enough to hold this thing down. We can get sandbags and things built if we wanted to. We're not making much money right now, though, so my suggestion... Whose helicopter is that? Where is that going? Ugh. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to capture that CP real fast so that we've got a little bit more money coming through. We don't know where the horde activity is at, but it definitely looks like they're taking over a location. At any time, you have a real-time synopsis of how many civilians are left in the city and how many infected are there and how many of those infected you have killed. And, like, it's active. Every zombie you kill is deducted from that number. So there are, in total, 340 undead right now on the map. We can double-click to double-time these guys and get them moving a little bit faster. There's an array of orders that we can give. I would suggest that we come up with a better formation than this. I'm going to go with kind of like basically a line column. And then we'll have them face that way. These guys are pretty self-driving. All of these guys are trained operatives, and they behave like it. These guys will watch their corners. They will cover their buddies. They will take care of business. So on a certain level, you don't need to worry about them screwing up too much. Like, they should be all right, so long as you don't put them in a bad situation. In addition, we've got a readout on everybody's ammunition right here. That is actually real. Like, you need to resupply these guys when they run out of ammunition. Otherwise, you're leaving them with nothing but, you know, their dick and their will in their hands. And so anyways, just keep an eye on that. We've got 2 points right here that we could take. I would like to knock out a few more soldiers, like 5 guys to hold that road, like 5 guys to hold that road right there, and then maybe like 5 to hold this right here would be great. Because if we've got this covered, they shouldn't be able to get through from over there looking at the roads. They should only be able to come through from this vector over here would be my thinking. So we've got the park, or we've captured this right now. We're now making 125 every X amount of time. I don't know if that's per hour or what it's supposed to be. Did that increase my troop cap? It did indeed increase my troop cap. So what I'd like to do is I want like a nice little defensive squadron over here. I want a number of guys that can protect this location since it is our supply. I'm going to put them also in kind of a wedge formation.
I've got your 6.
They should be able to hold this, I think. I don't know where I want to send them just yet or where I want to put them out to. We could get another engineer. I probably should have left the engineer back here, actually, in all honesty. The engineer is not crazy useful on away missions. I'll put squad 2, like, right there, just to keep an eye on them in case they start taking fire. I am going to send back the engineer so that he can build more stuff. I want him to start building defensive fences all around this area. So this is like our ultimate hold point. Like, if we lose this, we know that everything has gone wrong. But we'll leave these guys here for right now just to keep an eye on this, just to watch out and make sure nobody pushes up on us. We could get a little bit aggressive and push out this way and kind of like go see what they're going to do. But I am a little bit worried that they're going to push out and come get us if I do that. Now, the other option that we could explore is if we take this over, we actually only really need to choke that bridge, choke that right there, choke that right there, and choke that right there. And then we'll actually have a reasonably safe location to operate out of. Something to think about anyways. Engineer, what are you doing right now? What do you got going for me right now? We've got fences over here. I'm going to suggest we drag out a nice little section of fence right there. We can pick it up and connect it later, but I want this fob to be kind of like protected. Let's bring these guys out to like right here, since now we know the zombies have to come up this far in order to get after us. We'll just gotta move them out slowly. I am sort of interested in taking over this, but I don't know how hairy it's gonna be over there. So I'm gonna send them off that way. My guess is most of the zombies are in this area right here. Yeah, 342 out of the 450 on the map are in this area right here. So it stands to reason that maybe we could push up a little bit. I mean, we only have 7 guys right here, and that fact worries me, especially if they decide to cut around this way. I'm going to have them kind of like on a loose wall over here, just keeping an eye on stuff. Where's this team at? Let's move them up double time. They can't fire while they're on double time, but I feel like I should have enough time to figure out where the enemy's going to be at before they get here. He's working on those walls over there. That's good to know. We can put a gate on those right there if we wanted to a little bit later on. But for right now, actually, it looks like they haven't taken this area, so I think we're in decent shape. This will increase our pop cap, too, so I can send a couple people out to reinforce Group 1, which I think is going to be sort of our away group, like the team that's going to be out and just kind of hard thundering, full rattle. Like they're going to be kind of our acquisitions department, I guess.
Moving out.
Good. And as the money keeps coming in, I'm going to keep fencing this off a little bit more. I'm bummed out that that isn't, like, adjacent in any way, but I'm not really that upset about it. It looks like they're launching an attack to retake one of our territories. Okay, so we don't know where that's going to happen at. We don't know when that's going to happen at. But they are multiplying, so we should probably get proactive and start killing some of them.
I've got this under control.
Have we actively taken over that right there? We have indeed. Good. That means that I can bring in a couple more dudes to help out with Group 1.
I've got your 6.
Ah, and I have no money left.
I have a bad
Okay.
feeling about this.
You guys head on out this way. You belong with them. I don't see the attack coming in just yet, but that don't mean it's not coming. Either way, we've got decent cash flow right now, so I'm going to let the money stack up a little bit, then we're going to move this on over and just wall this off down to the water, and then once we wall it off down to the water, that's when we're going to start adding gates and stuff to it. We'll put some turrets and things behind it as well to help out so that we don't need to actively defend this with anybody. I don't think we're going to need to actively defend it anyways. I think we've got a pretty solid perimeter taken care of, but I don't know. Did you guys kill something over here? Why do I have one dead guy? Where's the one dead guy? Who shot somebody? Raise your hand if you shot somebody. I need you guys to radio that on in and let me know if you shot somebody. This is important. Landscaping, ammo drop, carpet bomb. Okay.
At your command.
The carpet bombing is indeed going to get hairy.
On station.
Give me orders.
There we go. Give me 2 more over here. Okay, these final little away guys are about to rendezvous with Group 1. We can rename these guys. I'm going to name these guys the Hell Hammers. There we go. And then these guys over here are going to be like the Panty Droppers. There we go. Perfect. You got to give them appropriate names that motivate them to do their job properly. It's an important part of any military operation. All right, so they've captured more stuff. They're definitely pushing out and taking care of business. So we need to start pushing out and taking care of business on them, too. I'd like to set up kind of a little wall right there. Just basically keep your backs against this right here, because this is going to get really, really hairy over in this area. This is one of their main hives, and so taking it over, they're going to fight vehemently to protect it. Like, it's going to be a bloodbath over here. Luckily, we've got enough money for a little bit of an ammo resupply. I'd like for you guys to kind of keep moving through here. There's our first zombie right there. They are opening fire. That zombie is down. That's not even the beginning of it. Trust me, there's going to be more. Scientists, get over there and go grab that for me, would you? So the DNA, as I recall, is used for XP. You use it for research as well, if I know correctly. We got another zombie coming from that way. If they could cover him. We don't really need to worry about lines of fire too much. They seem to just kind of like fire through each other. Yeah, it's definitely moving out there, dude. The hill's going to be crawling real soon. Hopefully we can carpet bomb this, and that'll take care of a lot of our problems. But here's the first wave of zombies. I'm going to leave them here for about a 10 count. Just give them a second, because the zombies tend to, like, once they realize that you're coming, they tend to hit back. And so anyways, we got $8,000 coming right there. Yeah, let's go back to our base and finish off this fence right here. They should be able to hold that line, no problem. I think... Let's get this fence run all the way down to there. We do have active contact right here. Here they come. Big time. Now, the place where this all falls apart is when people have to reload. Like, you're usually okay until reloading takes place. Then you've got a problem. I'm going to drop an ammo crate right here in behind them so that they can resupply on the fly. Luckily, logistics seems to be Johnny on the spot with this stuff, so it comes pretty quickly. With these guys right here, you just click on the button. They will all resupply so long as they are inside the area that they need to be to resupply. Once we know that we've got these zombies kind of chopped down, it looks like we've killed about 130 as of right now. We'll start playing around with different options, but this is going to force them on the map to stop focusing on those areas and start pushing all their forces this way to keep us out of their territory, so it should work out okay. Here you go, bro. Go grab that DNA. I believe in you. You are the DNA grabber. I don't doubt that something's moving out there. Yeah, you guys kind of like fall back so that you're inside the radius. You guys kind of fall back too so that everybody can resupply from that location. You go get that right there. All right, this man got balls of steel. Man, Specialist Wright out here getting it. Specialist Wright feels no fear. Specialist Wright feels no remorse. Can we go flashlights on? I don't think I've unlocked flashlights yet. I think I can do that, though, from this? Well, maybe not. There's a place where I can unlock flashlights, and I don't recall where it is. There we go. Let's get flashlights real fast, because I got a feeling you guys aren't going to be super interested in looking at pitch black darkness for the next 20 minutes. Yeah, you guys go flashlights on right there. Perfect. Everybody resupply. We've cut their numbers down by about a third. That's good to know. We shouldn't get pinned over here. We should be okay. And these guys are leveling up, too. Like, they have XP. As you can see from this little meter, every single character is his own unit. And as they level up, they get better at their jobs, and they get more accurate with their targeting and whatnot. And so it works out pretty well. They haven't pushed that position over there yet, which I am tremendously thankful for. Yep, just keep shooting. I'm not brave enough to go get that DNA on the corner right there. I feel like it's a bad idea.
I'm at your command.
Okay. We can safely leave that alone for right now. And as you can see, we're generating currency for every zombie that we kill. Good stuff, right? Good stuff. So that fence is done. What I'd like to do is I'd like to convert this into a reinforced gate. We are going to have to run a pylon out here. Otherwise, it's not going to be functional. So, Specialist, get me a couple pylons in over here. And we'll go ahead and link those up. Looks like they're launching a counterattack to attack our territory right now. We are making headway, though. If you watch how many infected there are versus how many we've killed, this number is decreasing. And so they are focusing all their efforts on this location right now. I will try to call in an airstrike pretty soon so that you can see what that looks like. But I think we can safely just kind of reload these guys, and we'll just let them farm XP right here for a little bit until they all reach veterancy. Alright, so those are all nice and done. We need to go into wiring mode. We need to wire that to that, and we need to wire that to that. There we go. And the grid should be ready to rock, I think. Oh, never mind. We got to run this to the gate as well. There we go. Gate's good to go. We can tell that to shut down. Engineer's just doing his thing back here. When I stop seeing red on this side, that's when I'll know their forces are depleting. And that's when we're going to make a hard push for this spawner over here and see if we can take it out. I have no doubt, though, that they're going to be shooting pretty much all night.
I'm ready.
Actually, no, never mind. There's still one left. Okay, everybody rap, tap, bang. And I want you guys down on the corner over here. And we're going to start advancing in line and column formation and start taking out everything that we can. Let's play this safe. Let's keep it by the book, gentlemen. And let's make sure that we don't end up with any body bags that we have to send home with flags, okay? So far, we're batting 1,000 on this one. Let's make that, let's keep that consistent.
It's time to act.
Okay. Let's start slowly moving forward on the enemy position.
I think I see something.
There we go. We'll hit them with the daisy cutters real fast. Perfect. If I have to hit them with another daisy cutter, I will. Basically, I'm just trying to thin them out a little bit. Do we have a man down over here? I don't know. I saw a body right there. I think we do, actually. I think we got a man down. Okay, push up, push up, push up.
Something over there. What are your orders?
Give me another daisy cutter right here. That's what I like to see.
It will be done.
We have people taking damage. Like I said, this always falls apart once they have to reload. You're good until reloads start happening randomly, and that's when things start to get a little bit hectic. Give me another daisy cutter.
I've got this under control.
Push up. Get away from that fence. That corner right there is costing us HP. Ammo's looking a little bit rough. But I think we've got almost all the pods down. So keep moving. Keep moving. Nope, don't go around. Stay on it. Very nice. Well done.
Moving out.
We are being attacked over here.
Down.
Go ahead and give me some fire on that pod. And then line up. Scientist got that for the XP. Very nice. We're going to need another airdrop right here. Quick resupply.
I'm ready.
Everybody lock and load. I don't know exactly how long we have left on this position until we capture. But I think you guys have got it.
Something is moving out there.
Yep, looking good to me.
Moving out.
Yeah. I think there still must be something here. I don't see anything on the heat scanner.
Something is moving out there.
We may have to take out all of these pods before we're able to do a whole lot here. Too far from Captain Winter. Okay.
I'm at your command.
All right, you guys push up. The thermal vision's so rad, dude. I love using it. Such a cool effect. All right, we ran out of charge on our thermal vision, so we're going to have to wait a minute. But we know there's another pod over here that we got to take care of. I'm not enthused about going after this pod, simply due to the fact...
It will be done.
Simply due to the fact we need to get to, like, center of the road over here. Oh, man, we're going to have to push for that one. Okay. All right. Yep. Everybody move up. Watching ammo allotments right now. I think we're okay. Looks like we're being aggroed by something behind us, though, too, which is really... I'd rather not fight a two-front battle right here while we try to get this locked down.
I'm ready. Moving out. What are your orders?
Yeah, let's get up here.
Moving out.
Can we see that yet? We've got visual. Hit it.
I'm at your command.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Advance behind the explosives. As soon as that's back up, we're going to throw another one at it.
Awaiting orders. It's time to act. Moving out.
There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. That's what I like to see. Move up, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. We have captured a chunk of the island. Let's get on over here. Where my scientists at? Where my scientist at? Scientist, go grab that sample. It's too big to leave behind. All right, so that's our second batch of undead taken care of. You can kill the flashlights. The sun's coming up.
It will be done. I've got this under control.
Looks like they're running. We got another one over there. God, we got pods everywhere, dude. This is a mess. We've done a pretty good job at cleansing and making sure this area is, like, fine. But
I'm ready.
not in love with our current situation.
I've got this under control.
I actually only wanted the scientist here. There we go.
I'm ready for this.
I think we can capture this now. It looks like it's clear, so we got all the pods in this area, so we can actually take over this if we desire to do so. Obviously, we've got another pod on that side. We've got like another lumpy little zombie hemorrhoid hanging out, but these guys need a minute, so we'll put them over here. We'll install, they earned it. We'll put them in over here. We will install we'll get them around the ammo crate first and foremost. So there's our next capture right there. That's going to be a little bit more income, which honestly, I'm not really that worried about right now.
Moving out.
Yeah, everybody reload. This guy right here, give me a med truck, and then give me an ammo truck too. As long as they stay inside this area, they will all heal. We can trigger a manual reload on these guys too to make sure everybody's like topped up on their magazines. And this is Cepheus Protocol. We haven't even gotten to the fun stuff yet, like the helicopters and the artillery and all the other crazy stuff we can do. Like, this game is honestly, it has exceeded my expectations, like, vastly. This is a really, really cool idea. And I'm of the opinion that it's going very, very well. And so anyways, they're updating like madmen over there at their development studio. And so, fair enough. I judged this one wrong on first pass. Once I made a video on it, I thought it was really, really cool. But from the screenshots and whatnot, I wasn't buying into it. But anyways, we've almost taken over all of Treasure Island. We've kind of just got to, if we can get this right here, that just means we have to choke these 2 points. And from there, it's easy peasy, man. It's not even, you know. From there, we just push across the river and take care of business. Oh, look, they are coming.
I'm at your command. I'm at your command. Enemy spotted.
Where are they going? They're obviously going somewhere. Interesting. Well, this is Cepheus Protocol. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I did a good job at justifying your attention. I'm going to see you all tomorrow with something hot and fresh off the indie skillet, but for now, I must bid you adieu.